Are the names
Potentially.
wonderful?
No, those are definitely the player names. So sorry, who's port one? So I'm gonna have to flip those around. Sorry, what's that, James? So we got Mew3queen on one here, and we got Amsa on the other. AP or Nutty, give me some of your insight into this matchup.
Well, Yoshi's a really powerful character and kind of a hard one for Luigi to get in on. He has a lot of defensive options. He's a lot heavier than Luigi. He can deal with a lot of stuff by crouch canceling it, from what I understand.
Yep.
I'll be honest, I'm not totally comfortable with both of these characters. So
No, for sure. They're not what you generally see, right?
beautiful
it's not
missed
your
out
Fox,
pass on the
it's
stage,
not
but Yoshi keeps his options open, follows up with an up air, gets an easy kill. Yoshi's definitely a lot stronger than Luigi, able to win trades a little bit better, and Luigi has to be sneakier getting with this punish game just because Yoshi's hitboxes cover so much room and stay out for so long. He's so good at following him up on platforms, especially because of Luigi's not limited, but he's got an interesting air mobility pattern. It's not a lot like the other characters in the game who Yoshi.
It's definitely very unique in that regards. But yeah, you got to remember he does have really good aerial priority as well, so he can trade with neutral lanes.
Absolutely.
He has a decent combo game. That being said, it's kind of hard to pull off a combo game with Yoshi. So as you see here, haven't seen a whole lot of the super parry using the double jump wave dash.
Beautiful down B directly onto him.
Yeah,
I didn't know that could out-trade it. That's pretty cool.
A little bit of hesitance, unfortunately, on that roll away. He gets him struck by the down air, but it's kind of hard to follow up on that at over 100% on any character, especially when you knock it away with that side hitbox. They're both testing each other out now. Really good back air by Pogo.
It's really hard to deal with Yoshi when you're above him. His follow-ups they're kind of hard to hit, but if he gets good at them and he's comfy with the character, then he can just stay underneath you, keep juggling you, and certain characters, I imagine Luigi's one of them, have a little bit of trouble like keeping up with that.
Yeah, Luigi doesn't really have a great way to come down onto him, unfortunately. Like, he can try to space the down air, but that's going to trade usually negatively.
Typically, falling directly on someone with a move isn't the best thing to do.
Yeah,
when you're
well.
and I really like how safe the Yoshi's playing. He's following him up with a lot of up Bs, not committing to any attacks when he might need a down smash from Luigi. That hitbox is absolutely dangerous.
He's doing a really good job of keeping Mew3queen on the platforms too.
Absolutely.
Holding the stage control in place that he wants.
Yes, I am. And he's not overcommitting. He wants, Luigi doesn't want to fall directly on him, but you'll see when he gets him up onto these platforms, he tries to stay underneath him most of the time. He tries to scare him out and zone him with short hopped up airs. Beautiful.
Oh wow, and there's the finish with another one of those down Bs that he used to punish when he was thinking that he would get the free punish because Yoshi was above and just dropped straight onto him with the down B.
Well, the problem was Luigi threw out his move a little bit too early, so it didn't really have a follow-up when Yoshi did the down B directly onto him. He did the up air when Yoshi was out of range, so the move was ending. You could just fall on him with the down B, smash him.
All right, so it looks like Mew3queen is going to think about switching to Marth for this matchup. Yep, and he does it.
Beautiful. Picks White Marth. Sleeper OP, in my opinion.
Sleeper OP. Yeah, what are you thinking about the color meta so far this year?
I'm
going to have to say White Marth is not my favorite.
I think that you are wrong.
Well,
and everyone who has that opinion is wrong. There's no accounting for taste, but White Marth is objectively the best Marth.
You know, I'm going to have to say that's probably because you're a country boy racist that you prefer white. Now, if we look at many of the other professional Marth players, they choose the superior colors like black, red, sometimes green, and
I think green is really powerful. I think green is a really powerful Marth skin. It doesn't get a lot of exposure.
No, it really doesn't. But that's kind of because it looks like vomit.
There is a match going on.
Yeah, so let's getting back into the match. We got. Well, yeah, you want to know about the Marth metagame, dude? It's kind of how it works. All right, so once again, Pogo with the early lead. He's pretty high percentage on that stock, but let's see if he can keep it together. Gets a good air dodge there to avoid the forward smash that was attempting to edge guard and coming back on. Landing really good up air punishes on the platforms as Mew3queen keeps not really teching away from his approach options when he tries to punish on the ledge.
This is an interesting matchup for Murph because he typically wants to like wrestle away and trade people in the air with forward air, but if Yoshi uses a super armor right, then he can just ignore him, get the hit in, and typically do more with it than Murph could with the 8 or 9% from the forward air that doesn't get through. So he's got to be ready to, he's got to space himself so that he doesn't jump right into a Yoshi attack if his move doesn't completely go through. He's got to keep his options open. And the higher percent Yoshi gets, the fewer options he has to deal with aerials from Murph. Forward airs, back airs. It's a...
Yeah, wow, so if you look at that, that's really, like, he gets the up air, doesn't land the timber, and therefore he just drops on with the air because he can't follow up from it. For that too, also, like, there needs to be an L cancel in there, but then also, you got to be aware of the fact that at these low percentages, if you hit them with a light move like the up air like that, you can just immediately nair out of that for the punish.
It's about spacing. You have to space it right, and when you're playing a character like Yoshi, who's as heavy, who trades as well, and who can, like, ignore hits and just brute force you down afterwards, you really can't... You can't make a mistake with someone.
There's not a whole lot of room for error here.
You've got to pick your attacks very carefully, space them well.
Good tipper, read the roll back into the side at close range, and gives him that pretty free punish on that, putting Mew3queen back into the game here. I'd like the percentage too. Well played so far. Yeah, oh, it doesn't get that edge punish though.
Beautiful ledge canceling from the Yoshi. Staying really fast and fluid.
Good counter. Way to read that aerial coming in. It's getting pretty obvious, especially when he's above him, that he's going to want to throw a move out.
I've been seeing a lot more Yoshi since AMSA's run too, actually.
I would think so. It's definitely creating the hype.
He's a very fun character, though. Yeah. He's very exciting.
Very unique, too. Like he, and I think that's one of the things that when you want to play a low tier at a high level, you really need to understand their ins and outs and play it properly. You can't just really play it like it's a fox.
I wouldn't necessarily consider Yoshi a low tier, but yeah, I agree, absolutely.
Well, by low tier, I mean anything that isn't like the top 6.
I see.
Yeah. Oh, really good up air punishes. Doesn't go for the next one, but he was out of hit stun, so it might not have really followed up well.
As you can see, that sweet spotted up air, it actually knocks Yoshi out of whatever he was doing, and it puts him in a really good spot for a follow-up. So if he can space that properly, he's in a much better spot. Uses side B to cover Yoshi's edge guard. That was beautiful. Another quick swipe that he didn't need to do.
Doesn't quite get that edge. Oh, and then unfortunately that middle of the blade forward smash finishes off 100%, but he didn't have the jump. So, evening that up, Mew3queen got a 1-1 hype set coming into round 1 of pools here at Canadian Arcadian in downtown Toronto at ANC World.
I actually dropped a lot of tears. I went from Mark to Fox.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Down tilt's a really powerful move in any matchup where they want to stay grounded most of the time. Really nice.
You mean for Marth or for Yoshi?
For Marth. I'm talking. I have a lot more experience with Marth.
For Marth, the down tilt is kind of the staple of his neutral game. You know?
Yeah.
Very strong move for approaching, and also as a counter approach, really good.
You have to watch the DI when you're near the edge against Marth because it can lean into the jumper pretty easily. Very scary.
Mew3queen really liking those down smashes as a punish right now, and it's not the worst option, but there's definitely a lot of lag that follows up with that after using it. And at a low percentage, hitting that, you're probably going to get punished out of it, in all honesty. So maybe you should, see, he's really enjoying those, and I do understand he likes to top up like that, but there's not a whole lot of valid follow-up. And we can see Pogo's probably going to take advantage of that soon. Yeah, there goes another.
Mason is in Mason Green. Yeah, that's me. What's up, team? Beautiful tech phase from the up B. I think that actually covered all of Marth's tech options. Or Yoshi's. Yeah, Marth, sorry.
So Mew3queen, despite the early game drop, is looking pretty strong in this one, potentially taking it away from Pogo, who had a pretty convincing victory over here in the first game.
Yoshi and Mark both wrestling to see who gets the... Oh, sup, Mason, I'm the other Mason. Yo, I saw you. I met you at the other tournament. I've never met another Mason before. So excellent.
Really?
Really.
Strange. Oh, and Pogo needs to be really careful about burning his second jump in the approach, because that is getting him killed every time, especially as Yoshi, a character that doesn't have a usable up B for recovery other than to throw an egg and cover the platform. And there you go. Once again, he just uses the second jump and gets punished for it.
Very big.
So yeah, Yoshi needs to stay a little more grounded than that, not throwing out lackluster approaches.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Do you want this spot? Yeah, sure.